Going on to Tulsa and head coach Philip Montgomery. Golden Hurricanes 3-7 overall, 1-5 in the American Athletic Conference. Tulsa was in action this past Friday against UCF. Tulsa won the game 34-31. Tulsa is idle this week as well. Their next game will be on November 23rd against Houston. And as we mentioned at the top of the call, Reggie Robinson, the second from Tulsa, the cornerback, is the Americans Defensive Player of the Week, and punter Thomas Bennett is the Special Teams Player of the Week. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call today. We'll just get your thoughts on the win against UCF, please. Maybe a few words about Reggie's and Thomas's performances and your plans for the open week as you get ready to face Houston.
Yeah, it was a great team win. I mean, all three phases really contributed to it. We've played a really tough schedule with a lot of back-to-back pretty difficult games, and I think our team has improved every week, continuing to get better. Faced a lot of adversity throughout, and they stayed tight and continued to keep believing and, had another opportunity and made the plays there late in the game to get us a big win. And, those two guys that you mentioned, Reggie has played well all year. I mean, he's been a guy that has gotten multiple turnovers for us, been able to lock down on receivers and done a phenomenal job. I mean, I think he's a guy that obviously has an opportunity to play at the next level and really showcasing that this year. The plays that he made in this game and many others have greatly helped our football team throughout. And so can't say enough about him. Thomas has been solid for us all year long. I mean, flipped the field several different times, pinned them down in that negative territory, and just has been big throughout. And so another guy that's got great talent and continuing to improve his craft and help us move in the direction we want to go. Central Florida is a great team, and I think we've got a really special group here. Our record doesn't show it, but it's a group that has continued to get better every week, and we know we got two tough ball games coming up. We got Houston in the near future, and got the bye week this week. Try to get some guys. We're pretty banged up, trying to get guys back healthy and give us an opportunity to get another win here.
We'll take questions for Coach Philip Montgomery, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
First question comes from Dan Tortora from wakeupcalldt.com. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm good, Dan. How are you?
Doing well. Just, kind of going off of what you said, you push teams like SMU, Memphis, Cincinnati to the end this season, more teams outside of that as well. Just what you can say about finally closing out a game, getting that victory that your team has pushed for so much this season to get that one against a reputable program like UCF.
Yeah, I mean, we played more top 25 teams than probably most people in the country at this point. And, in my opinion, I think Central Florida last week was at number 26. So, I think they deserve to be in that top 25 too. But, our team has played really well, and they have fought. And, I think our physical nature of our football team has really shown itself throughout those games. And we understand that, you got to make those plays at the end. There's a handful of things that could have gone our way throughout, and you got to have a little luck. And, really the other night I thought our team did a really nice job of taking advantage of some opportunities and, left some things obviously out there on the field, but made enough plays right there throughout the game to get a big win.
To see where this team is at right now, I know that you've obviously been trying to build something at Tulsa. Can you see that? I know it comes down to wins and losses to a lot of people, but when you're in these close games and, not just this season, but in, the past couple seasons, and then you finally get a victory like this, can you get a sense of what you're building? Can you start to see that maybe coming to fruition despite the fact that maybe it's not showing in the record?
Yeah, I can see it. I think we're a team that has gotten better every week. I mean, last Friday night we started a redshirt freshman, 3 sophomores, and a true freshman on the offensive line, and those guys continuing to grow and get better. We had one senior offensively on the field the other night, and those guys just continue to take steps and make improvement every week, and I see us continuing to grow, defensively kind of the same thing. I mean, we've got some young guys playing over there, but got a lot more experience on the defensive side. Those guys continue to step up at big times and make big plays. And, Central Florida, who is a extremely explosive offensive unit, got some big plays on us in the first half, but, I thought our defense did a phenomenal job in the second half, and especially in the fourth quarter, of limiting what they could do and making plays when we had opportunities. So, I see where our team is headed. I think we're headed for some really good things. And, just like I talked to our team about Sunday night, we got to make it contagious now. I mean, we got some momentum right here off of this win. We got to use that to finish up the season in the right way and continue to keep building in the direction that we want to go.
Well, thank you, Coach, and congratulations on the victory.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Appreciate it.
Coach, I'm going to ask you the next one if I can. The American has 4 teams in the top 25 this week. You've played all 4 of them, I believe, and as you said, UCF was knocking on the door. In addition, Oklahoma State. And you've also played from the Mountain West, Wyoming and San Jose State, and beat both of those teams. When you look at the rankings, the national rankings that come out, whether it's the AP, the coaches poll, or the CFP, do you think that the Americans teams are rated fairly relative to maybe some other conferences? And do you think that the champion of the American should be in the Cotton Bowl, regardless of which team that will end up being?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that one of our teams should end up in the Cotton Bowl. I think if you look at the quality of competition top to bottom in our conference, and then what we've done in the preseason games, scheduling wise, and all of that, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, for us, the Power Six is a real deal. I mean, this is a power conference from top to bottom. Every team in this conference can play. We got great players and great coaches. I don't think it's close, and so I think there's a couple of teams that could be rated higher, but I don't think there's any question that that Cotton Bowl should be filled with a team from our conference.
Great, thank you, Coach. Do we have any other further questions for Coach Montgomery? Please star 1 on your telephone keypad. If so, Coach, appreciate the time today. Enjoy the open week, and look forward to hearing from you once again next Monday.
All right, thank you.
All right. Coach Philip Montgomery from Tulsa. Again, the Golden Hurricane is idle this week. Their next game will be on the 23rd of November against Houston.